Now on 767 News. CARICOM Secretariat conclude two-day spokesperson and media professionals workshop. Public Works Corporation continues to face salary setbacks, and Dominica and China collaborate for first-ever cultural exchange. In sports, football clubs across Dominica are recipients of much-needed equipment, compliments the DFA. Welcome to 767 News, Dominica's #1 news source. I am Alicia George, your host for tonight. When 767 News returns, we'll bring you the latest news and developments happening across Dominica.
Count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. For every $9 spent on Big 4, you get a raffle ticket to enter our weekly draws to win $4,000 cash every Thursday for 6 weeks. The more you spend, the more tickets you get, the better your chances of winning every Thursday. That's $24,000 in cash. So play Big 4, count your Thursdays and win up to $24,000 in cash. Only from the Dominica National Lottery. Promotion starts from February 24th to April 2nd.
Some call it money transfer. We call it helping him hit his first ever six. MoneyGram, bringing you closer.
Welcome back. In an effort to disseminate information on the gains of Caribbean community, CARICOM, members of the CARICOM Secretariat and Felix Gregoire, Dominica's ambassador to the OACS and CARICOM, hosted a two-day workshop for spokespersons and media practitioners. The workshops focused mainly on the movement of goods and services, free movement of skilled nationals, and the right of establishment among the people of the Caribbean member states. During the media session on Wednesday, Philip McLaurin, Deputy Program Manager of the CSME unit, told 767 News that the media was specifically targeted because of the important role they play in disseminating information.
We are interviewed by the media. We interact with the media, whether it be on talk shows and that kind of thing. And we also want to build a base at the national level through spokespersons within private and public sector agencies, as well as the media fraternity, so that the information on the CARICOM single market and economy can be disseminated among nationals.
McLaurin believes that the free movement of CARICOM professionals significantly aids in the individual country's gross domestic product and should be recognized as an economic growth regulator.
In terms of the CARICOM movement of skills, so for example, a nurse from Dominica or nurses from Dominica moving across to, for argument's sake, Trinidad and Tobago to work, they can also be part of the process of remittances, monies going back to the country to help boost your economy. So it is one of the opportunities and one of the benefits of free movement in the CSME.
With the free movement of people, of course, the issue of criminality is high on the agenda. O'Neill Francis, legal officer in the CARICOM Secretariat, explained just how these issues are addressed.
While there's a right to free movement, which the CCJ has confirmed in the Shanique Mary case, there are instances in which governments have the right to refuse entry to CARICOM nationals on the basis of undesirability or on the basis that they will become a charge on public funds. So while the CARICOM regime allows for free movement and the intention is to ensure ensure that people have access across borders, member states still retain some amount of sovereignty and the right to refuse entry under very strict circumstances. The member states still retain their own domestic criminal laws and criminal jurisdiction, and law enforcement still has the ability to exercise their authority nationally. So if an individual enters your state and has committed an offense, then law enforcement would, in the normal course of things, take its course.
Meanwhile, Julian Morris, news editor at Mapping 2K4 Limited and a participant in the CSME workshop, believes that this activity will allow media houses on the island to better share the benefits of the CSME and CARICOM with the public.
One of the main things you mentioned this morning was how do you carry the message of CARICOM regional integration in such a way that people can understand how it benefits them. You would have to give them instances of individuals who travel, whether it be business owners and otherwise, what it means for them. And this is how I think people best understand information when you put it in the context of individual and personal experiences. We need to explain to people how to move within the wider CSME, which is really one community. Different countries, yes, but it's really one community. How to navigate through the CSME in a way that you can do that hassle-free. You understand what your rights are. Another important point, you must know what your rights are, because you may be going through immigration and someone says something to you, but you know your rights, and you can say, look, here's what I'm entitled to. I know, yes, you can search my bags, yes, fine, but here are my rights. I know what my rights are. So the public itself needs to know. And how do they know? By the work that you and I do in the media, clarifying and explaining to people what the CSME benefits are. And I think that's a good place to start.
The Caribbean Community and Common Market CARICOM was established by the Treaty of Chaguaramas and came into effect on August 1st, 1973. Now, the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, the entity is responsible for free movement and trade in 15 Caribbean countries. And General Secretary of the Dominica Public Service Union, Thomas Later, says he is concerned by the reoccurring late salary payments which continue to affect the employees of the Public Works Corporation. Later said the union has sought to end this issue using a number of methods.
And our action to date include requests for meetings with management, which we had at some point. We had meetings with the board, we had protest action, we had a meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister, all in an effort to address the issue of the very, very late payment of salaries and wages at Public Works Corporation.
It has stated the employees must come together to fight this cause in light of concerns that some employees have not been taking part in the previous protest actions.
Up to this point, the employees are owed 4 fortnights. That is, those who are paid fortnightly, those who are paid monthly, they are owed 2 months. We had a meeting a couple of weeks ago with the new minister responsible for Public Works. And while I may not at this point disclose the details of that discussion, I first of all want to meet with management and then meet with the members, which I hope can be done before the end of this week. But we want to have a discussion with them, and based on the discussion with the membership, would have to decide, review what we have done, review our strategies, and decide how we move from where we are.
He said dealing with this matter requires the full cooperation and participation of all employees.
I must say that one of the obstacles, one of the stumbling blocks in the way is not getting 100% support, or not getting support from 100% of the members in whatever the union decides to do. So the issue of support, solidarity, unity is very, very important.
According to Leta, it is very critical that the union meet with the management of the corporation to then be followed by a meeting with the employees of the corporation, after which they will discuss the way forward. He added the union is treating the matter very seriously. The first reception by Chinese ambassador to Dominica, Li Jiangying, for Xinjiang Cathay Future Children's Art Troupe and Dominican children actors was held on Tuesday evening at the Fortune Hotel. The China Tianjin Cathay Future Children's Art Troupe, founded in May 1995, is one of the largest children's art troupes of the most art categories and largest number of actors in China. Dominica was the final destination country on the troupe's world tour, concluding a unique cultural exchange experience. As part of the two-day visit, the Tianjin Cathay Future Children's Art Troupe visited the Pierre Charles Secondary School in Grand Bay on Wednesday, February 25, 2015. Earlier that evening, the troupe also performed Chinese-style dances, while 12 children from the Flamboyant Dancers of Dubla performed 2 Dominican traditional dances at the Arawak House of Culture. Countries included in the troupe's world tour are the United Nations, the United States, Bahamas, Barbados, and the Dominican Republic. Since its formation, the troupe, which comprises 10 branches and 800 members, has flown to many countries, spreading the message of peace and unity to SOS children villages, orphanages, and remote corners of Africa. In 2001, the art troupe was nominated as Chinese Children's Art Troupe of Friendship by Chinese People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries. The Nature Island land developers to introduce 27 lots of available land, and the Dominica Employers Federation engaged several in conflict resolution workshop. More details of these and other stories when 767 News returns.
Some call it money transfer. We call it helping him hit his first ever 6. MoneyGram, bringing you closer.
Pay absolutely nothing down and nothing further until Easter this carnival at Courts. Yes, it's time to head down to Courts and get everything for your home today and pay absolutely nothing until Easter. Offer applies to credit purchases 24 months and over. Plus, we'll even give you a chance to trade in your old item for something brand new for a nice discount. Up to $400 off. We'll even haul away the old item when we deliver the new. You've got to rush down to Courts today and enjoy this carnival with nothing down and absolutely nothing to pay until Easter. Plus, trade in for a discount. Courts, bringing value home.
Thanks for staying with us. Nature Island Land Developers, with its vision to provide high-quality real estate in Dominica, has introduced 27 new plots of land in the Upper Fortney area. Curtis Tong, founder of the Tong Group of Companies, under which the organization falls, said the lots come complete with infrastructure, including roads and drains, utilities such as electricity and portable water, outlets, and an auxiliary tank which holds up to 10,000 gallons of water. He made the statement during what he described as a soft opening of the available land space on Tuesday afternoon at the development site.
All the infrastructure is in. I didn't want to put up a housing area or a land development where even 5 years after the people have settled into their homes, they have to jump over drains, they have to walk with some tarish at the back of their car to fill the holes and so on. And so we decided to make this a finished product.
The full plot of land is 10 acres, of which 5 acres were selected to be developed to begin the project. Plots range from 5,000 to 12,000 square feet and is priced at $15 per square foot. Tong anticipates continued land development on the remainder of the land. He also revealed that the project was quite unexpected and was forced upon him as a result of a bad financial decision.
This is a project that was unexpected, never planned at the time. It's just that I didn't have a collection officer like the banks have. And this was loaded on me. I'd say very little more. This was loaded on me for money's lent. I was stupid. I should have sent the guy to the banks, but I did it myself. And in order to get out of this, we had to do this project.
Present at the soft opening were financial institutions which Tong believes can provide well-needed financial assistance to potential builders. The Nature Island Land Developers Project itself offers several financial options.
You can buy land and a house already built at a fixed price, or you can buy land and say, I will do my building, I will use my own contractor, or we can do it. The benefit about that, particularly for the financial institutions, is that the agreement that we will enter in with the proposed buyer would be fixed. So if we say this is $300,000, we deliver in 6 months. If there's an overrun, it does not go to the account of the would-be buyer. We will bear that cost.
According to Tong, construction of homes by the company is based on fixed costs and fixed delivery, a benefit to the buyer.
In this case, we give you a fixed contract with price and a fixed date of delivery. So if we say 6 months on this house and we deliver in the 7th month, that 1 month we will pick up the cost of your rent because the house was supposed to have been delivered. Then your whole budget is based on these two promises: fixed costs and a fixed delivery date.
Persons who apply for land between now and May are able to secure discounts between $10,000 and $11,000, Tong added. The official opening for the available lot is expected to take place within the next 6 months, where lots will be available at $15 per square foot. In other stories, a number of employees from the National Cooperative Credit Union and DOMLEC gathered at the Public Service Union building on Wednesday, where they participated in a one-day workshop dubbed Alternative Dispute Resolution in the Workplace. Leandra Bell-Charles, specialist in labor relations and enterprise development at the Dominica Employees Federation, who facilitated the workshop, said the focus was on enlightening the employees on the various methods of resolving disputes at work.
We'll be concentrating a lot on the Industrial Relations Act and what the Act says about the different steps that are required in resolving a dispute. So there's conciliation and there's arbitration. That's when it goes to the tribunal. So we, as the facilitator, I'm going to take the participants into the law and let them know what options are available. There are also options available within the collective agreements in some organizations. And although it will differ from organization to organization, we look at the general context of how it can be done at the workplace.
Bell-Charles said the workshop, which was organized by the Dominica Employees Federation, DEF, came at a time when the organization is on a drive to increase its membership and participation of non-members.
What we do every year is to find out, what areas of interest that would interest employers in attending. So we come up with various trainings. And sometime last month, what we did was a part 1 where we looked at the conflict management aspect of it at the workplace. And we decided at that last training, the participants wanted more. And what they were saying is that they wanted to know what mediums that are there outside of the workplace, and therefore we decided on doing a part 2.
The workshop facilitator stressed on the importance of the workshop as employers and trade union representatives need to be aware of the various mechanisms available to resolve conflicts and disputes at work.
We know that in the workplace there are several disputes. In our own lives there are disputes, and when one knows how to handle it, you have a more harmonious working relationship at the workplace, and therefore you can find a more productive work environment.
The Dominica Employees Federation is a national employers' body on labor, employment, organization, and related social issues. And one of Dominica's leading reggae artists, Emma Moses, is now on tour in Europe with Jamaican reggae star Fantan Mojah. Moses has been blowing up stages across the world, recently performing at the Nigerian festival Celebration in front of thousands of Nigerians. Moses said in a press release, "The people of Europe are loving my vibe and performances, sometimes even calling me back on stage. I really appreciate that because it shows that hard work and perseverance is the only way. As a reggae artist from Dominica, I feel blessed to be on this level and doing these shows, making contacts with fans that already know me and gaining new ones in the process," he added. The tour, entitled Inner the Sound Tour, is a 13-city tour that began in Germany from January and is expected to conclude in Holland in February. And that's it for local news. The latest in sports news is coming up next with Larry, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Court's Digital World, where we have the widest range of digital products from the world's best brands, televisions, tablets, laptop computers, mobile phones, and much more. Connect, explore, engage.
Hi, I'm Daryl Bob. I write and perform songs for my living, and I depend on Echo and organizations like Echo to collect royalties on my behalf whenever my music is played in public. Public meaning on radio, television, at concerts, shows, restaurants, and even here on Digicel Play. Because Echo has relations with over 200 societies around the world, I am guaranteed that whenever my music is played, I will receive my royalties. And that could be in France, Japan, Colombia, anywhere else in the world, to include the UK and the USA. Echo and the work that it does is essential to the livelihood of we songwriters so that we can continue to make the music that we all love and enjoy. As our friends on the motherland say, let the music pay.
Echo, protecting music rights.
Good evening and welcome to 767 Sports. In tonight's coverage, we begin with football. The qualifying round for the West Zone in the 2015 National Bank of Dominica Primary Schools Football Championships, organized by the Sports Division, ended on Tuesday. After 3 days of competition at the Mao playing field, it was the Massac Primary School who proved to be the top football team on the West. They won all their matches to secure a place in the next round, ending in 18 points. Mao Primary School and the Salisbury Primary School came in second and third with 11 and 8 points respectively, also qualifying to the next round. The other schools which participated were Warner Primary 7 points, Pioneer Preparatory 6 points, Caleb Laura Primary 6 points, and Campbell Primary 3 points. The intermediate round is expected to take place on Thursday 5th and Friday 6th March at 4 venues, where 24 teams will feature at this stage of the competition. In more football, the Dominica Football Association, DFA, on Tuesday donated football equipment to 10 football clubs on the island. Speaking during the handing over ceremony, President of the DFA, Glenn Etienne, said, "This donation is evidence of the DFA's continued interest in the sport of football and its development."
Let me extend sincerest congratulations to all the organizers of the various football academies around the island. Over the years, you have accomplished a lot. However, to my mind, one of the biggest achievements is the drafting of your constitution. This is significant since it is a basic tool needed for any organization to function effectively. This constitution has paved the way for continued growth and sustainability of the academies. Over the years, we have seen the emergence of many academies around the island. Some of these are more well-oiled than others. There is no doubt in my mind that the setting up of various academies is meant to provide a pool of players who can go on to represent the island at regional and international competitions and tournaments.
Etienne said the DFA is cognizant of the academy's need for assistance in their development and has sought to provide the necessary support to them. He said the equipment will go a long way in ensuring training sessions for the academies are more meaningful as they now have the tools needed to get the job done properly.
The balls, the cones, the markers, bibs, hurdles, and all the pieces of equipment that you will receive today is a gift from the DFA, and it is our way of thanking you for the effort that you put in ensuring that we have a cadre of future footballers. This presentation is the beginning of a brand of new partnership between the Dominica Football Association and the academies. In this partnership, the DFA will provide the necessary support to the academies, and in return, the academies are to ensure that they use the equipment wisely, thereby providing quality players in the process.
The DFA president said the equipment purchased to the tune of over $20,000 was done so using the scarce resources of the association. According to Etienne, this donation can be regarded as a significant investment in football and with every penny, as it will yield tremendous benefits in the future. Etienne also advised the owners of the various football clubs to ensure they focus on the overall development of their players.
Your session should not only be on the pitch. You should have sessions which you teach life skills such as conflict resolutions and respect for each other and self. If you do these things, then you will have a football academy in every sense of the word. For a football academy is not just getting players on a Saturday to kick ball. It is definitely more than that, and I'm sure that you are quite aware of that fact.
In cricket, after a late start due to inclement weather, the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School ITSS and the Pierre Charles Secondary School PCSS played the last game in the group stage of the 2015 United Insurance Under-20 Cricket Championship on Tuesday at the Botanic Gardens. ITSS won the toss and sent PCSS into bat, who scored 183 for 9 declared, while the ITSS scored 83 all out, giving the PCSS a 100-run victory. The semi-final matches will take place on Friday, February 27th, where the Dominica State College DSC will meet the ITSS at the Benjamin's Park in Portsmouth, while the PCSS and the Northeast Comprehensive NECS will meet at the Botanic Gardens. The final will take place over 2 days at the Winter Park Sports Stadium on March 4th and 5th. The Dominica State College was last year's winner. In more sports, when the action continued in the 2015 DFA Division 1 competition, ACS Tarish United and Sideman All-Stars both recorded wins on Tuesday evening, while Collier eliminated themselves from the remainder of the Division 1 league. Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Football Association, Gerald George, has more details.
In the first match of a doubleheader at the Buffett State playing field, ACS Tarish United defeated Das Supporters 2-1. Give them 5 matches played in Group 2. Quan Green scored both goals for Tarish, with Kenneth George scoring for Potters. In the second match of the night, Sideman All-Stars edged out Kingsfield Football Club 1-0 for their third win in as many matches in Group 3. Junior Loval scored for Sideman. Meanwhile, for the third consecutive time, Collier has failed to show up for their match, which automatically puts them out of the league. They were scheduled to play against Waukee Rollers at the Dubla playing field.
Barford Ambassadors and Wayne George Academy were expected to face each other earlier this evening, followed by All Saints United versus Trafalgar Football Club. And that's it for tonight's Sportscast. Tune in again tomorrow for more sports news.
That was Larry with the latest in sports. Now for a recap of tonight's headline stories. CARICOM Secretariat concluded 2-day spokesperson and media professionals workshop. Public Works Cooperation continues to face salary setbacks, and Dominica and China collaborate for first ever cultural exchange. In sports, football clubs across Dominica are recipients of much needed equipment, compliments the DFA. And that's all the time we have for now. Until tomorrow, drop us an email at media@767news.dm. Friend us on Facebook and be sure to like our 767 News page. From all of us on the 767 News production team, I'm Alicia George, wishing you a wonderful evening and thanks for watching.